One question, Samsung. Just how many Galaxy S20s do you need, you know? Like what is this the 8th or something? Remember when we used to release phones and it was just like the Galaxy S2, and that was it. Now we've added not only a 0, but also a 0 5G, but then we've also got S20 plus 5G. We've got the S20 5G. There's also vanilla non-5G versions of these phones. There's the S20 Ultra. There's the S20 Ultra 5G. I'm getting upset. But I really shouldn't be upset about this phone because it's really something that everyone should be happy about everywhere, because they essentially, what Samsung has done is they took one of the greatest flagships, Android flagships of this year, and basically kept all the really good stuff, took out the stuff that you don't really care about, most people, and reduced the price. And boom, it's called the Fan Edition because that's what fans really want. I would think that fans want the fancy stuff, no? This is some cool packaging. I prefer this kind of packaging to just like the black featureless on the, you know, like void on the S20. Yeah, I like this packaging, it's fun. And I think that's kind of the idea behind this phone. It's like fun, there's a bunch of new colors. They're trying to target, you know, the youth, the cool people. They had a whole like live stream. Their whole Unpacked thing was with Millie Bobby Brown, and she's dancing around with the different colors and oh, I'm having such a fun time. I'm a young person. That's beautiful. I can't wait to unlock it after the sponsor, which is LTTstore.com. That's right. We got shirts, we got water bottles, we sweatbands, sweat things to catch your sweat, anything for your sweat on LTTstore.com. Get sweaty. Hashtag get sweaty. Okay, let's check it out. Actually, wait, before we actually like play with the phone, we gotta find out what's in the box. What's in the box? There's nothing, oh, okay. I expected there to be papers, but there's no papers, there's just a SIM removal tool. There's the phone. We'll look at, ooh, we got the navy version looks like, but we'll take a look at that in a second. Wired charger, I think it's 25 watts, and a USB Type A to Type C charging cable. Nice. That's what you call an unboxing. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. That's what we do here. Okay, the phone itself. Very nice. Oh, we gotta peel some stuff off first. I think Linus was talking during that and he completely ruined it. The big deal with this phone is that it is supposed to be available for $699, whereas the normal Galaxy S20 is available for $999. Okay, so that's like a $300 difference. That's pretty good, as we'll see, because this phone is in many ways completely identical to the Galaxy S20 in all the places that matter. It's got a Snapdragon 865, depending on the version, the North American and I think East Asian, whereas the rest of the world has to deal with the Exynos 990. It's got 6 gigs of RAM, which is a little less than the S20. I think you can get 8 gigs and 12 gigs versions of that, but 6 gigs is fine. It's got a 120 hertz screen, which is the big deal. Very smooth, very nice. There are some concessions that Samsung made to make this, you know, a little, to take the price off. They had to do it somewhere. And one of the big things is the back. So this is not glass. It's apparently what Samsung is calling Glastic. But it also feels real nice. I mean, like I'm one of these guys that don't really care whether the phone is glass or not. If it's got plastic, like who cares? I'm gonna put a case on there anyways. So one of the big things that they are talking about in regards to the S20 FE is the colors. It comes in 6 colors because the fans, that's also something the fans want, is lots of colors on their phones. So this comes in Cloud Mint, Cloud Navy, which I guess we have right here, Cloud Lavender, Cloud Red, Cloud Orange, and Cloud White. They're all cloud. Why do they bother putting the cloud in front of it at that point is my question. In terms of cameras, I think we got a slightly worse set of rear cameras where there's still the 12 megapixel standard camera. There's a 8 megapixel telephoto, whereas the S20 has a 64 megapixel telephoto. So you're getting a little bit more detail when you zoom all the way in like that. And there's a 12 megapixel ultra wide on both of them. So it's not that different. I mean, you're gonna be able to not zoom in so much, but let's see. Can I zoom in on Hoffman? Zoom way in on Hoffman? Hi. You gonna wave or? The more interesting bit about the cameras is that the selfie cam is actually higher quality on the on the fan edition. This is a 32 megapixel selfie cam compared to a 10 megapixel on the S20. And we're seeing that in a couple other places as well. The battery is also larger here, 4,500 milliamp hour battery compared to 4,000 milliamp hour on the S20. And it doesn't stop there either. Let's grab the S20. It's actually a bigger screen. It's a bigger screen, Hoffman. So this is actually where I start to get confused in terms of the value proposition here, because what kind of person is gonna go and drop $1,000 on the S20 5G instead of dropping $300 or $400 less for the S20 Founders Edition 5G? What are you getting for that extra money? You got a higher resolution screen, 3200 by 1440 compared to the 2400 by 1080 in this one. But I would argue that you're not gonna really notice that much of a difference unless it's also a smaller screen. So you got higher resolution on a smaller screen. So it's like you're gonna have your phone up like this and be like, wow, that looks great. You got the 120 hertz screen on both. You got a little bit more protection on the S20 5G because this is Gorilla Glass 6 as opposed to Gorilla Glass 3 on the Founders Edition. And the S20 also has HDR10+. You can also record 8K video on this one as opposed to just 4K video on this one. But when it comes to the most important things, this is what's so confusing to me. IP68, completely waterproof, larger battery, same type of fast charging, 25 watt fast charging, 15 watt wireless charging, 4.5 watt wireless power share, so you can charge other phones. They both have under display fingerprint readers, although the Founders Edition is optical as opposed to the ultrasonic on the S20 5G. And beyond that, I mean, like that's all it boils down to. So I guess what I should be doing is instead of being kind of just like confused and like asking what the deal is here, I should just be like, thank you, Samsung. This was a great idea. Apparently, Samsung is planning to make Founders Editions for all their flagship phones going forward. Like they're gonna release the big phone and then they're gonna kind of pare the specs down a little bit to something more reasonable and then release a Founders Edition of it. Whoops, not Founders Edition, Fan Edition. I guess for like the people who still want that Samsung phone and who aren't content to like pick up a 349 Pixel 4a or something that's basically just got the bare bones. Like it's got a pretty good camera, but other than that, it doesn't have the greatest specs or whatever. If you still want a Samsung phone, this is an incredible value proposition. Hoffman, say good gravy, man. Good gravy. Look at that guy. Oh my God. Oh, he's beautiful. Where is he? There he is. Oh, he's obscured. Oh, you can see a little bit more processing on Jono on the S20 5G. There's a little bit more sharpness added. Hoffman looks about the same. The takeaway is that it's a fine camera, although we should check the selfie camera because this is, as I said, a 32 megapixel version versus the 10 megapixel on this one. I don't know. My teeth are better in this one and they're a little yellow in this one. I don't know, Jono. I like the colors in this one a little bit more. This is my new profile picture. So there is a little bit more of a bezel, so that's something, I guess. There's a bit more of a premium look to the S25G. You can't see the glass back on this one, thanks D-Brand. But they're, most of the phones just have that glass back that you can see on the back. But this one has that plastic. I don't know, guys. I think it's great. I want to see more phones like this. For me, basically, I look for the cheapest phone I can get that has like decent specs. But this one is also very impressive if you're like, okay, I do like Samsung. I do want their One UI is one of the best Android skins if you're not doing stock Android. If you're into Samsung phones and you loved the S20, but you're just like, it's just too expensive, it's got everything you want. Snapdragon 865, 120 hertz screen. Micro SD card support up to 1 terabyte. Didn't say that. That's what I'm talking about, man. There's so many specs that are just like the same. You try the speakers? Okay, that's the regular S20. Drop the beat, FE. Might be a bit weaker. Wait till it comes in. Oh, Jono, good call. Yeah, I think there's a bit fuller mids in the S20 5G. So that's something else. The high end and the low end seem to be pretty similar, but like kind of the middle part where it just kind of fills it out a little bit more. I think was maybe a little bit better on the S20 5G. Okay, well, yeah, but again, who cares? Jono, you want me to buy this one instead?
More money, baby.
Whatever. You're gonna be fine with the $699, $599 S20 5G FE 5G fan edition. So at the end of the day, whether you're a Samsung guy or a Motorola guy, the Samsung Galaxy fan edition S20 5th generation is the one for you. Or is it? Maybe. Hey, that's a short circuit for you, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you wanna see more unboxings, then make sure you subscribe and comment. Do anything you want on YouTube. It's a website.